Hey everyone! So this week I'm doing a response countdown video. It was last week, well, over a week ago. The YouTuber Game Room Revival. His videos are kind of like mine, but more detailed. But he did a video where he did his top 5 games, which some of them were franchises, but his top 5 games that he never gets tired of. And I was like, yeah, that's a great idea for a countdown video. I like that. I might have to do one myself, but like I said, I already had last week's video recorded and set up and stuff, so I was like, I'll put it on the back burner. But yeah, yeah, I'll have the link to his video in the description. You can check it out. So let's get right into it. So like him, I'm gonna do, well, these are games that are not just games. Some of them are like a whole franchise, but well, we'll just get into it. So number 5 is Halo. Now Halo, I've always been a huge sci-fi fan, and I've played my share of the games like back in the 2000s and stuff. But this was the first one I legitimately owned, was Halo Reach. So I would say this one is probably my favorite, not just because it was the first one I owned, but for other reasons as well. Yeah, this was Halo is just such a fun. I've never been disappointed by the stories in the games, which some of them I feel like some people are like, it's not the same, so 343 took over, which, yeah, true, but, like, Halo 4, which is kind of like a black sheep in the franchise, I loved it. I thought the story in that was awesome. The Didac was just such a great villain. The music in that game was amazing, but, yeah, and 5 was pretty good, too. I think it was, yeah. But anyway, yeah, Reach, and of course the number one thing in Halo is the multiplayer, and the multiplayer has always been good, at least I think so, but Reach, I remember I have a lot of great memories with Reach, because my brother used to, set up, a night where him and a bunch of our friends would all play, a bunch of custom modes and stuff, and it was so much fun. And that was, I think, my favorite mode in multiplayer would have to be Capture the Flag, and of course the custom mode stuff too. One of the best custom modes that we did, I remember those nights when we played, my brother, friends and I, we used to play these, this mode we played, or at least a number of times, and then it actually is in the newer Halo games, but anyway, it's called Hogs from Heck, and it's infection mode. And the way it works is you have, this giant circular platform, and then there's a smaller one in between it, and so, which is also a little bit taller. So, the non-infected, which are, say, 6 or 8 players, are on the smaller platform, and then on the larger platform, you have 2 who are infected, along with a bunch of warthogs, and those, I'm drawing a blank on the name, those, electronic ramp things that send the vehicles flying. So the goal is for the infected to take the warthogs and launch them across the smaller platform and try and knock off the others. The non-infected, when they get knocked off, they become infected. But it's like I said, it's called Hogs from Heck. It's such a blast, Yeah, always loved Halo. So number 4, and this one actually is a game. Well, it was a franchise also, but specifically this one. It's Vandal Hearts. Now, this is a game I've talked about a lot of times on my channel because it's one of my favorite games of all time, so I'm not going to go too deep into details. The best way to describe it, it's kind of like Final Fantasy Tactics in a way. It has this, not exactly a job system, but it does and it doesn't. It's kind of hard to explain. It's the characters have classes. You have your traditional archer, mage, swordsman, and stuff like that. But it's actually kind of unique the way it's done. And one thing I don't think I've ever touched on this before, but something that's actually kind of interesting about this game is it's kind of a political game. Basically, I mean, nowadays, especially nowadays, with the internet and social media and stuff, gamers hate when, I mean, I feel like this has always been a thing, but like I said, you see a lot of it more now, is gamers hate it when politics or political agendas are put in video games, which I personally agree. But with this game, it has, political stuff in it, there's political leaders, there's discussion of the main game. The story kind of twists and turns, but the plot basically is about like revolution and I can never pronounce that word, coup d'etat, which is like, overthrow of government, but, there's, like I said, there's also discussion of, like, politics and political leaders, voting, oppression, things like that. But it's done in a way that it doesn't really feel forced. Like, it's, you know what I'm saying? Like, and plus the story is just that good. Like, this is a must-play game, especially if you're a tactical RPG fan. And there was also a sequel, which wasn't as good, which was good, but not as good. And there was also one on the 360, which I believe was a prequel. But yeah, this is absolutely the best one. I don't think you necessarily have to play the others to get this one. But yeah, this is a must-play game. It's so good. And I've beaten it more times than I can remember, and it just never gets old. It's almost like when because there's so much like, talking in it and stuff like dialogue. It's almost like when you go back to read a book in a way. So number 3 is Star Fox. Now, since I've been saying this a lot, I'll just get that out of the way right now. We need a new Star Fox game on the Switch. Just wanted to throw that out there, since I've been saying that a lot on this channel lately. But I've loved Star Fox ever since I was a kid. I remember I was 6 years old. No, I think I was, because it came out because my birthday's on the end of March, and it came out in '93. I forget the exact date, but I know it was before my birthday, so I was like 5, about to turn 6 when the franchise first came out. And the only Star Fox games I've ever played are Command and Adventures, because, well, Star Fox Assault, I thought that was cool. Like, it's something my brother and I had, and I'm sure plenty of other people have been saying since the N64 days. It's like, they should make a Star Fox game where it's like some of them are flying and some are like on foot or something, which took them quite a few years, but they finally did. And I did like Assault, I thought it was a great game, but I always just loved the flying levels better, like especially the rail shooting ones, or the like more free range ones. And even the original game for the Super Nintendo, the graphics are very dated, but it's still fun to play. And yeah, I just, any Star Fox game, even Star Fox Zero, like I could just play it, they never get old. Like Star Fox Zero is a game I could just dig out and play it, like you'd play through some of the levels. Like I don't have to play through the whole campaign or something. Or if it's like Star Fox SNES or 64 3D, or it's a game you could beat in like a half hour or so. Yeah, always love the Star Fox games. Never get tired of those. So, next, or number 2, I should say, the Warriors games. Dynasty Warriors, Samurai Warriors. I still need to play the Fist of the North Star one. Hyrule Warriors, Fire Emblem Warriors, another game I think should get a sequel on the Switch. But the thing with these games is that it's like, I love the repetitiveness of these games. How you're basically fighting these like epic scale battles and stuff like the kind you see in movies, well, sort of. But yeah, and one thing that I always thought was kind of funny is like, well, take Dynasty Warriors for example. It's a game where it's like the wars of ancient China, and then yet the music is heavy metal, which seems a little out of place, but who cares? The music's awesome. Yeah, these games always have awesome music, but yeah, the repetitiveness of these games, which some people find annoying, I personally love it. I love these games. They never get old. I think this is probably my favorite out of the Dynasty Warriors games. And so, number 1, Mega Man. Now, I don't think I need to go into the concept of Mega Man, but yeah, any of the games like the Mega Man series, the Mega Man X series, the Legend series is good. Never got into the Battle Network ones, but I'm talking specifically about like the mainline ones, where well, like I said, I don't think I need to explain the concept. You pick 8 bosses, fight them, and get their powers, whatever. Said I wasn't gonna explain the concept, but I just did. But who cares? But yeah, I have like so many. God, I have like Mega Man 3 for the NES, the actual cartridge. I have the collections for the GameCube. I have the Mega Man X2 complete in box for the Super Nintendo. I have the collections for the Mega Man X for Mega Man and the Mega Man and Mega Man X collections. I have them for the GameCube, and then I have like the GameCube, the Switch collection of Mega Man X, Mega Man X collection on the Switch. I have the Mega Man collections for the X-Bone. And it's funny how this series started. It's like, when you think about it, it's like the Mega Man games, the first 6 were on the NES, then the 7 was on Super Nintendo, 8 was on PS1, 9 and 10 were on Xbox 360, PS3, I'm not sure about the Wii, 11 was on the Switch, and PS4 and X-Bone. But yeah, any of the Mega Man games, I have my favorites. Like for the mainline ones, I would have to say 3 is probably my favorite, followed closely by second. And the other ones I do like, but not as much as those two. For the Mega Man X games, probably the first one would be my favorite. And then 2, 3, and 4, or 2 and 3 are probably tied for second. Then maybe 4. 5 is really good. 7 I never played, despite having the collection. 6 and 8 are good, but very fucking hard. But yeah, any Mega Man games, and when I do a comparison between Mega Man and Mega Man X, I like them both, but I think I like Mega Man X a little bit more. But yeah, any of the Mega Man games, just, I can dig out and play any day. I absolutely love the games. They never get old. So, that's my countdown video, and make sure you check out Game Room Revival's video. Like again, now I have the link to his video in the description. And as always, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.